I want to start off by kind of identifying what it looks like when your course is built this way. To start off, that this is the way in which some of your courses will have EPUBs, electronic publications, and some of them will not. Some of them will be built that we are able to copy over prior to the AEA going down. So to start off, this is Science 9, second semester, section 1. Students will have access to the checklist. This is a digital checklist. And students that are in the classroom have a hard copy that is broken down within 15 days, every 15 days anyways. If you're a remote student, you will be using the digital copy, but if you are able to come in and obtain a hard copy, just let me know. I'll get you more for you. So in this here, kind of opening this up at the drop-down kind of file hierarchy or file management system, students will be able to identify the first one. They will not be able to get into the second one, third one, and so on and so forth until they finished everything in the first one. So I'm going to kind of just click on this as you can move forward. Again, the students will only have access to the first one. Once they've completed all the information and assignments within it, then they'll be able to have access to the second one. Continue to move forward. The same way it will be recognized here is that they cannot start off on frame of reference until they've finished the ones above it. So just kind of moving into the course itself. Something you'll notice here that there are broken images here. These are things that just cannot be removed or retrieved from the AEA, that the images were saved there. That's just because the AEA is down, right? We will not penalize a student for not having identification of some sort that is based upon an image. But what we would do is, like, it would be here if it's essentially a Bitmoji of some sort, non-essential image. Right? So all these, you read the content that's on the page, or you interact with the content that's on the page, such as this. You'll interact with this. This is your notes section. Make sure that you complete this. Open it up. Use it as you move forward in the course. Going on to the next page. There's content here as well. Read through your content. Move on to the next page. Follow your directions. For the most part, this is what you would have as your standard AEA kind of setup that you would have previously, except for this. At this point, you have images that, like, for instance, right here. This would be time to start taking some notes. This image would typically be of a pencil, or a little image, stock image of a pencil, letting you know that it's time to take notes. All right. So continue to move forward, answering your notes, just some more indication to you as a student how to address this assignment or this task. Sorry, let's go back to this one. Here is a section 1, journal 1 assignment. So for frame of reference, you're going to start getting to the ideas of what you need to have completed. Again, kind of moving forward. I'm going to get to our first assignment for journal entry 2. So in this one here, what this looks like is that you will have a link to your actual doc. I'll click on that here in just a moment, but there's some information above it that kind of tells you what you're going to be doing as you move forward with it. Clicking on the doc here, this is your assignment. It'll make a copy for you. You don't need to do anything else besides respond to these. But as you start to go through this, what I recommend is that you start to address things as, like, how do I change my color? I don't care what color you change it to, it's perfectly fine. Whatever you choose to pick. I'm going to go with purple because it's, Indianola. I'm going to partake in this. This one here is like draw a dot at the intersection of two lines near the bottom of the graph paper below. So in this form here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, I'm sorry. This one here is asking you to use graph paper to identify this section, or how to respond to this one. I apologize. In this case here, I'm going to ask that you do come up with your own graph paper. And when it comes down to it, you don't actually even need to use graph paper for this. The graph paper just has the blocks on it, which helps you identify, for one block, I can use a frame of reference that 1 block equals 1 mile. But in reality, you can just use a scratch sheet of paper. And then from there, I want you to take a photo of that if you have a device that you can take photos with. And then at that point, you're going to insert image, upload from your computer, and insert your image in this right here. The next task is asking you to do very similar to the first task. And then from here, basically, I just want you to follow the directions. I'm not going to walk you through this assignment, but I just want to kind of talk about how the assignments will be submitted, what they will look like for you as a student and as a parent. So going back to the Schoology, from here, this does require you to make a submission. And the way in which I know that is that Here it is must score at least a 1 out of 1. All right, so that's us saying that we have a hard stop like we would have had in the AEA for the specific assignment anyways. But in order for us to be able to make sure students just don't go through the entire course and not actually complete any assignments, we have to put in stop gates. Something like this must score at 1 out of 1. Often this grade right here will not reflect your overall grade. This just supports the fact that if you are close to a passing score, we'll start to reflect on how we can identify that these can be used as information to say, yes, this student did do a good job. They filled all and completed all their journal assignments. They did well on them. 1 out of 1, we'll be able to address that from an objective standpoint. All right. So moving on past that one, it'll be the same kind of format. You'll read the content, follow along, interact with what's on your page, move forward to the next page. All right. From there, if there are any questions, please do reach out to me. Let me know if you have questions on anything in particular. But again, students will not be able to move forward until they complete the assignment ahead of it. Right now, you see everything blue because you're seeing it from my standpoint, as the teacher standpoint. But from a student's perspective, this will be blue, this will be gray, and everything else will be gray. Once they complete this will be blue, blue, everything else is gray, so on and so forth. I hope you get the point there. But if you don't, like I said, please reach out. I'm here to help you and your students get past this hurdle that we've gotten into with the AEA. And I'm hoping that this gives students the best opportunity to start moving forward.